Welcome, weary souls, to the shadowed realm of tales untold. I am Skullman, the weaver of nightmares. And tonight, I bring you a story of vengeance that echoes from beyond the grave. Gather close, for in the dead of night, justice wears a spectral face. This is the hour of reckoning. In the fog-shrouded town of Eldridge Hollow, where the wind whispers secrets through crumbling eaves, lived a man named Harlan Graves. Harlan was no ordinary soul. He was a ruthless landlord, squeezing every last penny from the desperate families under his thumb. One stormy evening, he evicted the widowed Mrs. Eleanor Thorne and her young son Tommy from their modest home, claiming unpaid rent that he himself had inflated with lies. Cast out into the merciless rain, they sought shelter in an abandoned mill by the river. But tragedy struck that night. The swollen waters rose, and poor Tommy, only 8 years old, slipped into the torrent and drowned. Eleanor, heartbroken and shattered, cursed Harlan's name as she clutched her boy's lifeless body. "May the spirits claim you at the witching hour," she wailed, before grief claimed her own life weeks later. Harlan laughed off the rumors of a curse, growing richer on the backs of the broken. But whispers spread through Eldridge Hollow, of flickering lights in the old mill, and a child's laughter carried on the midnight breeze. Harlan dismissed it all as superstition, until one fateful night. It began with a restless sleep. Harlan awoke in his lavish bedroom, sweat beading on his brow. The clock on his nightstand glowing an unnatural red. 3:17 a.m. The air grew thick, like fog rolling in from the river, and a faint drip, drip, drip echoed from the walls, as if the waters themselves had invaded his home. He sat up, heart pounding. And there, at the foot of his bed, stood a shadowy figure, a boy, drenched and pale, with eyes like bottomless wells. "You took our home," the apparition whispered, its voice a gurgle of river water. Harlan scrambled back, but the room twisted, walls weeping with moisture, and the floorboards creaked under invisible footsteps. Panic seized him as spectral hands, cold as the grave, clutched at his ankles. "Justice?" the boy intoned. And visions flooded Harlan's mind. The eviction notice, Eleanor's tear-streaked face, Tommy's final cry swallowed by the flood. Harlan screamed for mercy, but the clock remained frozen at 3:17 a.m., time itself bending to the will of the vengeful dead. The boy's form swelled, merging with swirling mists, dragging Harlan toward a yawning portal that reeked of mud and decay. "Pay the rent you owe," the spirit hissed. And in that eternal moment, Harlan felt his life ebb away, drowned in regrets. His body found the next morning, lungs filled with water, though not a drop lay in the room. To this day, in Eldridge Hollow, they say that at 3:17 a.m., the unjust hear the drip of impending doom. Beware the hour when the dead demand their due. For revenge wears no mortal chains. And so ends our descent into darkness. Remember, my listeners, the veil between worlds is thin, and justice waits patiently in the shadows. Skullman out. If these shadows still cling to you, if you hunger for more tales that crawl under your skin at 3:17 a.m., then like this video to summon the next one. Subscribe and hit the bell so the darkness finds you every time. And leave a comment. What would you do if the dead came collecting from you? More nightmares are waiting. Don't miss them. Until the next reckoning, stay haunted.